Hope you all had a nice Monday, a nice end of your weekends. Hope everyone is doing good. JK has been full this April Fool's Day, which means, you know, the world can continue to turn. Hi Nan! Hello Nan! I'm getting my page with the themes. How am I? I'm okay, I'm doing good. I discovered that I have a very hard time knowing what is and isn't horror today while looking for references. Because, like, I spent a lot of time looking for stuff saying that's not horror. And then looking more. Barely the day tried. No, the day has fooled you in general because you're the biggest fool I know, so. Other news. Look at what I got yesterday. Helene got them for me. Look at how thick the Iliad is. Finished the 800 book, ready for more. Yeah, I finished The Little Life also this weekend. My review of The Little Life is a bit long. So excited though. The Iliad and the Odyssey. Look at the... I don't know if you can tell. I don't think you can. You can tell a little bit, like the pages are like... I love that effect that they do on some books. It's really cool. I'm really excited. But it's not going to be as long as like I think to read because as you can see, like since it's a poem, it's shown like this. It's not going to be as long as feared because, you know, half the page is blank. Very excited though. They smell like new books, which makes me happy. Translated by Emily Wilson, which is the first woman ever to translate the Iliad and the Odyssey, which is very cool. And I'm very excited for. We'll keep you all updated. I will also show you. I won't read it because it's spoilery. And also I don't think like you'd care. But my review for A Little Life, which is another 800 pages book that I have read. Wait, let me... Here we go. Oola. Here we go. This shit is so long. I have thoughts and feelings about this book. Mostly because people are very wrong, I think, about this book. I gave it 4 stars out of 5. I think people are very, very wrong about this book. And I wanted people to know that I think they're wrong if they ever read my review. And I also made a 26 minutes voice message to Antoine about the book. Get a text over here. Bestie, I got a text from a group chat that you're also in. What do you mean? But yeah. 26 minutes voice message. Extremely long review with like 6 paragraphs or some shit. That was fun though to do. And then I got my lovelies. My lovelies. I'm so excited to read them, truly. I wanted to start yesterday, but I was too tired. I went to sleep. Because, as you might know, I have been trying to binge watch all of the X-Men movies. And last night I wanted to watch The Wolverine. That's just the title of the movie. The title is The Wolverine. And I tried. I watched like a little less than an hour and then I went to sleep because I was too tired. So far it's bad. I watched a bit more later. So far it's bad. I'm going to try to finish it after stream because... Anyways. Let's get on to my little reference board and everything. It's very... Like I said, I had a hard time... Oh, I should make the PNG a bit smaller. Like I said, I had a hard time knowing what is or isn't horror, so the reference board is not big. Here we go. But yes, this is last week. Last week we did the foods. Let me erase this. Here we go. Don't worry, it's already been copied and pasted onto the other one. Here. But yeah. So, the reference board. we got Midnight Mass, which is one of the only filmed, like fiction filmed, professional horror thing I've watched and liked. We have some backrooms because, of course, we have My House.what. Because honestly, most of the horror culture I have comes from the internet. Because I watch videos about like those stuff. I watch videos explaining horror from the internet and stuff. So I know a lot about those stuff. But I don't like interact with them. Like I won't like watch the original backrooms videos. I won't play My House.what. But I watch people explaining to me. To have a little bit. Hell Followed With Us, one of the only horror books I've read. I've also read the second book from Andrew Joseph White. I really want to read the rest of the books he's published. He has one more published, one that's incoming. Not knowing what My House is so funny here. Yeah, I watched Felled Up. Felled Up is very boo. So My House comes from a Dooms mod called myhouse.wad, which was like a mod that was sent onto a Reddit server, and then it became like an internet sensation because it was a whole horror story that was really cool. And then we got Devilman Crybaby and Deadman Wonderland. Deadman Wonderland mostly because I watched it as a child and really liked it then. I don't think I would now. And Devilman Crybaby because like I was looking at lists of horror anime and I was like, to see which one I had seen. And I was like, okay, yeah, this one is horror. Most of the lists, though, I kept being like, that's not horror. That's not horror. That's not horror. Examples being, in those fucking lists, you would have Death Note in almost all of them. I do not consider Death Note to be horror, personally. But yeah, that's all we have. We don't have much, but we'll make do with this. DK had sent me stuff. But both artists he sent me, one I was like, I haven't found anything I really like, so I didn't take anything from it. And the other one I kept looking through and being like, that doesn't feel horror to me. Like, it's beautiful, but that doesn't feel horror to me. So I didn't take either. Sorry. Yeah. But that was really hard for me to like gather all this because, like I said, I don't consume horror media. Almost ever. The reason for that being, I get immensely bored. I get so bored. Like, I have tried watching horror movies. Like, I've watched a few with friends and stuff. And I just get so fucking bored. Because suspense and stuff like that, like, I will get interested by other stuff around. But the horror part usually kind of takes me out of it. Like I tend to like I know what I can do with the text. I tend to like be more attracted to thriller stuff or like tension that way rather than pure like horror. First of all, like anytime something is gore, I'm like, ugh, okay, let's go. Gore can be pretty, but when it's over gore, I'm like, just okay. And I know horror is not only gore, but it can be like a part of it. And like a lot of the time, I just like, my brain as a defense mechanism just ends up making me see things in the background or things happening and like a little detail, and that will fully pull me out of it and make me laugh. And so I can't watch a horror thing without like getting distracted by whatever. And I have watched some good horror stuff, so like I know it's not just I've watched shitty horror, because I've watched good stuff. I haven't watched that much though. And I've never been really attracted to horror as a genre in general. So I also didn't seek it because it never really appealed to me. Except when I was in my like trying to find as much gore stuff as I can era when I was like 14. But except for that, like I was never really into that. Which sucks because horror is such like a imported genre for so much stuff. I feel like horror literature I could be more into, but like I've really like Andrew Joseph White's books, which are peak horror, but like I need to get into it, and I forget. I don't tend to go look for it. Like I had tried to read a Stephen King book, but I got bored. Same. I usually, whenever I've seen like horror movies that are considered horror, I kind of look back on them and I'm like, was it horror? Like the ones that are like classic horror, I get bored. Like what you think of when you think of a horror movie, I mean, not like classic in the sense of like the OGs. And the ones that are like more like traditional or more outside of that kind of realm, I just kind of look at it and I'm like, this is interesting, but not because of the horror aspect to me. I don't know. Like, I honestly kind of was like, should I put Doki Doki Literature Club in this? Because technically one of the horror media that I've the most like consumed, technically. But I was like, nah. It'll be weird with the rest of the aesthetic. And like, I kind of know that if I watched like some specific horror stuff, I'd probably like it more, but yeah. I don't know. It's probably why like the only horror stuff that like has interested me is either retellings of internet like phenomenons and I'm like, ooh, this is really cool, or yeah, I don't know. Movie and video game wise, I've just really never really found stuff I liked. And there's a lot of stuff where I'm like, is this considered horror or not? I have no idea. Like the Rocky Horror Picture Show, is that considered horror? Because I wouldn't consider that horror, you know? Hi, Antoine! Inspirations, well, you can see them here. I got Midnight Mass over here. I have, here we go back to white. I'm going to change colors so it's more visible. Here we go. Here we have, hey! Thank you. Here we have Midnight Mass. Here we have the back rooms. We have My House Wad, Hell Followed With Us, Devilman Crybaby, and Deadman Wonderland. Because I have zero horror culture, so it was hard for me to find anything to put here. You could draw something for this too, yes. I always encourage people to also do the prompts if they want, because I always like to see the results. Is a horror show? I mean, from Homophobe seeing queers can be scary, I guess. Yeah. Now, I was saying, like, a lot of the time, I have a hard time knowing what is and isn't considered horror. Like a lot of the time, I'm like, is this horror? Would this be considered horror or not? When I was looking for references and stuff, but even just general. Like for example, I was looking at manga lists of horror mangas and animes that I might have watched, because that's probably the medium I've seen the most stuff with, so makes sense. And I saw some people put a lot of lists actually that put Death Note in there, and I was like, Death Note is fully not horror for me, so I don't understand why that's in those lists. Hi Algernon! Yes, it's a horror week. I was talking about how I'm very, very uneducated about horror. And I was thinking about you, I was like, Algernon would be ashamed of me. Felt it in my dick, as you should. And yeah, Midnight Mass is the one thing where I'm like, okay, yeah, this is good. This is fine. Oh my god. Yeah, I can't put the R closer to the O. Sucks, but it's fine. I'm doing a nice gothic thing. Like, for example... Oh, thank you, Algernon. That's very sweet. I'm very excited because with Algernon we're going to watch Conclave on Friday. We just arranged that earlier. I'm very excited. This is as a repayment because I have watched Moon Knight without them. So I owed Algernon something, and I was like, do you want to watch Conclave together? Because I've been meaning to watch it anyways. And they were like, yes. And I was like, yeah. So we're doing that Friday. I'll give my harsh judgment though, yo. Horror and anime is never really scary for me, so immersion animation makes it very difficult. Yeah, like so many of the tops also had another in, which I think is so bad. It's such a bad anime, and I was like, ugh, this doesn't work. That's why I only have Devilman Crybaby, because I do think that one does fit the horror bill quite nicely. And Deadman Wonderland, because for nostalgia's sake, because I really liked it when I was a child, but I wouldn't put it in horror if I was watching it today, I don't think. A lot of people also added Tokyo Ghoul, which I firmly disagree with. But also some people I saw someone fucking add Angel Beats, so you know, can't trust shit. And that was so bad. It is so bad. It is so painfully bad. But yeah, like for example, I have seen Nosferatu, and in my head, I know it's like a classic of the horror genre, and I know it's because it's been made at the time, and it maybe wouldn't be classified as horror if it was made nowadays. I don't know. But like, I have a hard time thinking of it as horror, if that makes sense. Yeah. I'll say Silent on Another. I liked it, but I was young. Yeah, I hated it, and I was younger too. Haha. It's good if you liked it though, like, good for you. I had a horrible time watching it. I generally think horror is so hard to really pull off in a way, because it's generally scary, not just weirdly goofy. Yeah, that's the thing, is like I have a hard time feeling scared of stuff, I think, that aren't just existential dread. Like, I have media that are like closer to thriller and stuff that I'm like, yes, this is scary, this makes sense. But like as pure horror, I'm like, have a harder time feeling frightened by stuff. Tokyo Ghoul manga is really good, but some scenes are incredible. Anime shit. I know. I've only watched the anime. I liked the first season. Second season, horrible. Horrible. I need to watch the new Nosferatu. The old one isn't scary. Yes, interesting for sure. The era isn't not scary anymore. Yeah, for sure. I mean, the thing is that the scary part for them was the Jewish people, so you know. That's the thing why I have a hard time with Nosferatu as well. I like link it too much to the context it was made in. I just stare at it in disbelief, in discontent. I've heard mixed reviews for the new Nosferatu though. I've heard some people really like it, and I've heard some people say it was kind of boring. Kim and I watched the 17 Nosferatu recently. It was so funny, also just not good, but very, very funny. if you had fun, I feel like that's still like one mission accomplished. I watched Wolverine Origins the other day. It was so incredibly bad, but it was so fucking funny, so it was fully worth it to watch it. I rated it quite high because I was like, this is hilarious. My only issue with it was a very fatphobic part in the middle of it where I was like, why? Leave? But the rest was very funny. I am the new one. It's like the first hour was very good, the rest is so boring. I had hopes. I know. Whenever I see like gothic horror and stuff, I'm like, ah, yes, Algernon. And whenever it's disappointed, I'm like, oh no, Algernon. Because you deserve some good gothic horror. If you want a real horror movie, Wildcatter, Gonzo Gonzalez still inflicts a deep-seated anxiety in me. I'm fine, thank you. I think I have enough anxiety in my heart and soul. I think the only other horror movie I've watched where I was like, oh yeah, this is quite good, is like I had I was like, yes, I enjoy this. Was what's it called in English? I forgot. I forget. I'll find it. Crimson Peak is forever the peak gothic movie. Yes, I've been meaning to watch it, but I always forget. Give me a second, I'll find it. Because I know the main actress of the movie, so I can find it quite easily. Because you analyzed it, it was really good. In school a long time ago. Where are you? God, she's been in a lot. They made a movie out of. Okay, who cares? Me seeing a movie that has nothing to do with what I'm looking for, but it's an adaptation of a book I'm going to be reading. I'm like, they made a movie out of this? Okay, wait. Where are you? Why have you made so many movie, Lollipop? What? Why is it not in here? And scary can be so many different nuances, from pure gore, guts and blood, to saga, to pure ambulance, creepy, nothing happening, skin on my ring, or jump scares and weird laws and tedious. Yeah, I don't like jump scares. Sorry, I don't like jump scares. Maybe if I look horror movie. Oh, here we go. The Others. Why was it not listed here? Okay, The Others with Nicole Kidman. That's the one I have seen in class. That fight was really good. Very bad, but Robert Eggers has disappointed me with the last few movies anyhow. So what can I say? He better redeem himself as a Western he wants to do. He really should, he really should. I'm going to draw this first. I really want to do the hands. Never heard of it, but I'm adding to my list. It's a soccer one from 2005. Hopla. Like, even when I was, even though I know it's horror, when I was like looking at screenshots from Nightmares, I was like, is this horror? Because I wasn't that scared during the show, or like scared at all. I thought I was fine. It was really good. I think that's also why I have such a hard time categorizing it, because I'm like, I wasn't scared. Let's see, you're not scared for most things. It is the soccer one, yes. I loved them in my childhood, but they're so cringe. They become horror nowadays. Oh, that's a vibe though. Because like, if I did horror as the thing that like made me scared as a child or something, the list would be very different. There would be the fucking the bloody forest from Snow White in here. Like, I know people were scared of the witch in Snow White. I was scared of the fucking forests that she had to run through. That was scary. One that comes to mind to me very disturbing is Men from 2002. 22. Cake is simply a life of a woman. Ooh. Wasn't there like like Zoe Kravitz's first movie was kind of like that? Men 2022. There's kind of that energy. Oh, never seen that. Hey, Alex Garland. Where have I heard that before? Oh, he made. Oh, okay, I see. That's why I heard about him. Oh, it's the fucking guy that's going to do Warfare? Fuck you, dude. Sorry. Zoe Kravitz's debut. Oh, what's that? Zoe Kravitz. Movies and shows. Blink Twice. That's the one I heard about. Blink Twice. This and wee, like that, and then you add some where is it? Some noise. No, that noise is the whole thing. Oh, that's why also I didn't do it as I wanted. This go. Half a luck. Okay, I need this to be more than up, more like that. Here we go. Yeah, like that. Okay. Then some noise. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. Fuck who? The guys that did Men. Alex Garland, is that the name I said? Yes, because he's doing a movie called Warfare. That's going to come out this year. That is a very pro-US military movie. That's, you know. And I don't know if I recommend it or not. I said the plot was similar. I haven't seen it. I heard a lot of different things about it. I heard some people thought it was not great. I've seen mostly people say it was really good as a movie, but some people disagree with the message of it, I think, or the way it was done, because it can be very triggering for victims, from what I heard. But yeah, it just made me think of it, basically. Basically. Ooh, also, DK, and if anyone else wants to do like the horror art stuff and then post it on the Discord, depending on how much horror you add to your page, don't forget to spoiler it in the Discord afterwards. I don't think I need to for mine because it's not that much, but for others, I tried to watch it one day then, Freedo's on my Jamator. Yeah. I've heard it's quite good, it's just some people are like, don't agree with the way she's done the movie and the way a plot twist that comes in it. But some others disagree and say that like, with a warning or whatever, it would have disturbed the movie. So it's very like, you know, to each their opinion on that. Yeah, no worries. But yeah, I thought about that. I was like, oh wait, if you want to post it, depending on the amount of gore, do put a little thing, and horror, of course, because like it doesn't have to be gore for it to have to be censored. Now I want to make a list of horror movies I personally enjoyed watching, either because vibes fucks and I find them generally good. You should! It's always nice to do lists like that. I like that kind of stuff. I come back and I read Wild Killer further up in the chat too. Horror. Oh, Nan. Oh no. Yeah, we talked a bit about horror and stuff, of course, obviously. Some respects on the media of my childhood. God, rosaries are always so pretty, so fun. I'm very intrigued by Wild Calder 2. Because Google says it's a comedy, I don't know what to expect. I have all of them in DVD, but I also have watched a retrospect review and oof. Oof. God. Me that has zero context so I didn't look it up. Please do, simply for yourself. Because it's fun, but also because if you want to share. Oh, here we go. Oh, I see. I see. Watching it today is horrible. I watched part 4 and 5. How many parts of that is there? And it was such a bad trip. We were also all a bit drunk, so that made it so much better. God. That's too many parts. The vibes will be amazingly atrocious. Be ready for a lot of weird words and even stranger vibes. Oh hell. There are 6. Was the 6th one came out in 2016 for the soccer team. Now that they are adults, I see. Intoxication probably helps with the experience. Ugh. Hi, Helene. How are you? How are you? How are you feeling? I don't know that I would choose to ignore this newfound knowledge. God. Chat is mostly chatting about obscure German childhood things. I'm just staring in disbelief. Oh my god, the individual hellos. I find myself constantly repeating Goza Gonzalez voice lines for the second movie, which is dangerous to do outside the course. Oh wow, so many. Okay, that sounds like a weird trip. I only added the second one to my list. I will understand nothing, I'm sure. Ugh. From what I see, it doesn't seem like it's too much of a bad thing if you don't understand anything. Talking of horror, yesterday we did the first session of the last case of Ace Attorney 3 with Zeke, and I had to voice everyone because of circumstances, and my voice is still slightly wrecked, so tomorrow is bound to be fun. No, that's not Matt. Matt is not horror. This is Midnight Mass, babe. I wish it was. But no, I'm not to the point where I'm putting Daredevil in the horror page. I'm good, just finished working on a group project with some girly pops in class. You chose that life, I know. Anyone says as well, oh my god. Oh, I'm so glad. That's good, that's good, that's good. I chose that life and I don't regret it, but also, do I? Okay, wait, let me put the director and everything next to it. So yeah, if you want a good horror miniseries, Midnight Mass is great. 2021, and the director is Mike Flanagan. And Mike Flanagan has made a lot of horror stuff from what I remember. Yeah, he's the guy that made The Haunting of Hill House, of Bly Manor, stuff like that, Doctor Sleep. And also a movie called The Life of Chuck with Tom Hiddleston. The Haunting of Hill House, all that. So if you like those movies, this show is really good. The journey started, okay. I would say Father Paul Hale's like Vampire Matt Murdock somewhere in some That does work. That does kind of work. He has a little bit of Matt Murdock energy, I agree. He doesn't have... Okay, don't take it personally, Algernon. He doesn't have as much Riz, or at least he doesn't try to Riz as much. He could if he wanted to, but he doesn't use this. But the Catholic guilt is very reminiscent. There's a line somewhere in between Father Paul Hale, the hot priest from Fleabag, and Matt Murdock. There's a line somewhere between those where you can like shift the genre and then you get a different character, I think. Yeah, he doesn't have any Riz. Yeah, that's what I meant. Because I don't want you... You know, I don't... Yeah, you get what I mean. Okay. I'll see if I do the second one, but I don't think so. The two things I really wanted to draw were this and this poster from Devilman Cry because it looks so cool. So I'll do this poster. It's there. What I can do is like make you like a little bit smaller, so I have the space here to do the poster. He has the cult literary, but it's not core. It's for you. I like the culture study. Yeah. It's not the energy that we're looking at. Well, Matt Murdock gets into a room, and everyone in that room knows. He has so much riz, this one, I swear to God. He's so pretty. It's not legal. God, Helen reposted to complain about it, of course. A post that insulted that didn't really insult, but like was implying that he was losing his hair, which he isn't. Charlie Cox just has a high hairline and also has male pattern baldness, so of course. But in the whole of Daredevil, he hasn't lost his hair that much, and I got so fucking pissed at the post because they were like, "Oh my god, he's going to have to go to Turkey, lol," and I was like, "Fuck off." I wasn't annoyed at like the oh, he's getting bald because like who cares. I was annoyed at them being like, he has to go to Turkey, and the whole like men have to have full heads of hair or some not attractive thing. Ugh, it pissed me off so much. I literally got a little annoyed, like actually angered. Seeing this, I was like, fuck you. Okay. It's such an obsession, especially in like French. It's going to be very niche, but like French streamer culture. People in French streamer culture like that watch French streamers have such a fucking obsession with that and love making fun of guys the second they have like the littlest amount of like hair loss, even if it's like a like millimeter of hair is gone. They're like, oh my god, you're going to be bald, you're going to be bald, you should go to Turkey, you're going to... It pisses me off so much. I've seen the need of another airline, always has been too. It's just like that sometimes. Yeah, exactly. Like, people, like, Daredevil started in like 2015, some shit like that. It's now more than 10 years later. Like 10 years later, it is 10 years later. This man has the same fucking hairline. He just has that hairline. He just has shorter hair in this season, so you can see his hairline more. But like, God, it pisses me off so much when people are like that. Like, it's because of shit like that that then people like hide that they have stuff done where they shouldn't. Like, if you want to have your hairline touched up, do it. That's fine. Like, I literally stopped tea because I didn't like that my hair was falling out. Like, you know, do what's good for you. But don't make people feel like shit because they don't adhere to like societal standards and shit of beauty. That's bullshit. I don't know why this specific part of it like has been an obsession of people for like a while now. But yeah, I'm sure there's a reason somewhere, like societally. Making him too big. No, so yeah, the guy is getting old. Do you want him to still look like... He started doing that show, he was already 30. Do you want him to, like... act like he's still, like, 28? Like, what the fuck? I will find you and I will hunt you. Like, I've seen streamers, French streamers, that, like, don't even have any kind of hair loss. They just, like, have higher foreheads, or, like, have a little bit, like, the hair is, like, a little bit thin or whatever. And people are like, oh my god, you're so balding. You're going to need to go to Turkey soon. Fuck off. Like, why do you think that's funny? Like, legitimately. I knew this was going to be hard to draw because it's so deformed, but it's amazing how deformed it is, and I love how deformed it is, but it's so deformed. Ugh, I kind of want to rewatch The Villain Crybaby because it's fun, but I kind of want to read the manga as well, because from what I understood, the manga is like not the same story as the anime, because the anime takes the manga's universe and stuff and makes another story out of it. It's like a different thing. I know that's the original anime and the Netflix one, and the Netflix one is a reboot of the original one. but I've only seen the Netflix one. Also, in good news though, yesterday, I need to watch Devil. Oh, you would really like it, I think. I think you'd really enjoy it. I hope you would at least. So you should, I agree. It's not that long also from what I remember. In good news though, what was I going to say? Yes. French, fascist Marine Le Pen is not going to be able to present herself to the next elections, and many people of her party aren't going to, because now if you have committed a serious crime, you're not allowed to present yourself to the presidential elections for 5 years. And she has. And so fuck her. And her second in command right now of the party that are trying to make, like, get up and be her successor is starting to, like, has, what's it called? Is in trial for something right now. So depending on how the trial goes, he might not be able as well to present himself, which would be amazing. Like, we'll still get someone from that party, I'm sure. But, like... And she famously kept saying, every party embezzles money except mine. All of these parties, they all embezzle money. My party is clean. And she has, like, all that because she embezzled money. Karma works sometimes. So we cheer. And then everyone is like, well, some leftists also did. And we're like, yeah, we also want them to not be able to become president, actually. Ugh. And as long as Macron doesn't change the constitution, he's not going to be able to present himself again as well. Because he has done two back-to-back things. You know, he's been president twice back-to-back. I finally need to get into so many things, actually. I agree. I very much agree. Same here. I'm very happy I'm finally going to be able to get into the Iliad and the Odyssey. Because now I have the books. Did I ever want to get into the X-Men? No, but I got into it, so whatever, I guess. And now I have an emotional attachment to Wolverine. Oh, if you want also, which one have I seen since last stream? I have seen First Class, I think I hadn't seen last stream. So if I've seen First Class, there's also Origins Wolverine. Well, Origins Wolverine, as I said, very funny to watch. Be aware that there's some very gross fat phobia at some point. But apart from that, very funny, would recommend, funny watch. And First Class so far is my favorite X-Men movie. I think it's the one that's the best done. Charles Xavier and Erica, aka Magneto, are extremely gay the entire time. Loved it for that. There's many issues with misogyny in it, but there's issues with misogyny in all of these movies so far. So, you know. But apart from that, it was fun. It was a fun watch. And so far, the Wolverine movie, which is Wolverine Goes to Japan. I wish I could summarize it another way, but it is literally Wolverine Goes to Japan. I'm guessing they were like, okay, we're making this trilogy of other X-Men movies. We can't bring Wolverine into them because it's like the precursor. He hasn't met them yet, technically. So we're not bringing him in. But we still need to make Wolverine movies. So let's make like random ass fucking movies about Wolverine in the back. So we got the Wolverine and Wolverine Origins, whatever. And like, it's bad. It's very bad so far, but not bad funny, just bad. And like, you know, each and every cliche that you can have from an American movie about Japan, well, they're in there. They're all in there. They're all there. Some scenes are very funny, though. Some scenes are very funny. But apart from that, like, yeah. It's mostly just bad. But I was expecting it to be bad, so I'm not like disappointed. I still have like an hour to go through, a bit more than an hour to go through. I will get through it and then go back to the second trilogy, which is like the prequels. And then once I'm done with the prequels, it'll be time for Logan, which I'm very excited for. Because I've heard such good things, and I'm going to watch it with Helene and Deke, and I'm very excited. This poster is so pretty, honestly. Kind of makes me think of Promare in a way. If you've seen that movie, that's a really good movie as well. About ecology, very pretty animation. Oh, you want to know the true horror of life? Earlier, my dad asked me if I use AI. That's horror. And I was like, of course fucking not. Why the fuck would I use that? And then he was like, well, I use like a search one like for work sometimes because like it's summer stuff, and I'm like, but it's not trustworthy though. And he's like, yeah, but like to search stuff in text and stuff, I'm like, no, it's not trustworthy. And he was like, no, but yes, and for this and whatever. And I was like, okay, fuck you. Also, he knows I don't use it because we have had discussions about AI before. You know, I have some sense of self-respect, so I don't. And I was like, yeah, no, because like, for ecological reasons, for humanitarian reasons, for respect reasons, like I don't. I was like, yeah. He says, but I don't use the American one. I use the like Chinese one. And I was like, I don't like. Okay, cool. At least you don't give money to the US with that. But like, and even he was like, yeah, Chinese don't much better. And I was like, yeah, cool. I don't know what to tell you about that. And yeah, I don't know. And he was like, I agree with you on like the ecology standpoint. It's not good. And I was like, why do you fucking use it then? Oh. Ugh. God, I swear. Some people's respect just like the years go by and the respect is lower and lower. For some people that I have to know in my life. Here we go. Okay, sketch done. I feel like I did the head too big. Because the head is so small on those guys. Style was so interesting. Kind of like that. And the neck is more like that. Yeah. So thank you, Algernon. Up. And you become bigger and like more like that. Here we go. Yeah, okay. Let's go. Just going to have to make it like slightly smaller so it fits in. So I don't know why it's distorted like that. Yeah, it works okay. Okay. And then what's the random orange stripe here, but I'm going to add it in. There we go. Go. No, you. Okay. Oh. Okay. Here we go. Okay. The way he's drawn and like painted in this poster also makes me think a lot of the movie like Fantasia, like the Disney movie. She does that a lot. That was also a scary movie as a kid. Go. Wings, tails, and the rest of the hand. Let's go. Start in a second just to quickly. Go. Oh, busy employing the world's most ancient fear. The fear of the white man. Are you going to do an auto-portrait? A self-portrait, sorry. I sort of got if you publish an image of your guy, of any of your guys, on my art Discord, handshake, Algernon. You will not be welcomed back. Okay, good. You fucking better. Ugh. I said any of them. Thank you, Algernon. Thank you for your continued support. There are consequences to your actions. It's literally not a specific white man, so okay. It's just going to be fucking Evrard Claire. Algernon, you've played this Coliseum, right? What do you think of Evrard Claire? Have played Disco Elysium, yes, when I was like 16, I think. Oh, okay, so it's a long time ago now. I see. Yeah, if you don't remember much, don't worry, it's fine. All good. I'm trying to see if I can everyone's opinion on the guy, because so far Zeke is the only one where he's like, that's my main guy, I hate Joyce, I love him, and me and Helene and Nana, like, we prefer the other one. He's the head of the workers union. He's the guy that helps you find your gun, quote unquote. Show me a picture of that face, and I'll remember. The vibes will get me. I'll send you one. Wait. He's the one that looks like a big toad. He talks like this. Hi, Harry. I realized yesterday when I was doing voices for Ace Attorney that I gave a nun Everard Claire's voice by accident, because I started to say hurry, 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 which sounds like Harry, 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 and I was like, fuck, I've made Everard Claire's voice. Hey, what? I just said like Joyce. I sent you a picture in the DL journal, that's all. No, you didn't say you liked Joyce, but you said you didn't like him that much. So, you know, I take that as a win on my part. The anti-Everard Claire union is fine. The face I uncomfortably just pulled. It's okay, we didn't ask for your opinion. There we go. Up, up. There we go. Up. A little bit of noise. Here we go. Noise. Yeah, a tiny bit. Here we go. I found it highly displeasing and not pleasurable so I was trying to talk to that man. Yes. Thank you. We agree. I didn't even, like, I talked to him like twice in the entire game because I was like, I'm refusing. For my own mental health, I'm refusing to go talk to you. I mean, yippee, love unions, but this man freaks me out the wrong way. Yeah, I didn't do stuff with the union at all because of him, because I was like, I am not going to do this. So he was realized by Masaki Yuasa and written by Ichiro Okoshi, based on a manga by where are you? Go Nagai? And did I do a little dash? Yes. 2018. Here we go. Early 2018 as well. Hopla. Oh yeah, Deke has bad taste and also he's a misogynist, so that's why. I might do like a little here, a little bit of a what's it called? Backrooms. Yes, you are a misogynist. You should be ashamed of it, I agree, but you are one. You are the white man, after all. Me and Helen love to make him realize that whenever he likes a woman in video games nowadays, it's because he fancies her. It's like, oh, do you like her because you find her pretty? Wow. You know you can't reply with anything else than crying because you know it's true. Call out your besties when they are misogynist 2025. Just a fun coincidence that all the women that like are so stunningly beautiful. No, it's called thinking with your dick, which is not a positive attribute. Also in Zeki is the Great Detective 2025 as well. Yesterday, in the Ace Attorney session, he saw the victim of the case and immediately went, "Oh, I'm sure she's going to be the killer." He keeps doing that. He keeps going to the person that are either wrongfully accused or are the victims and goes, "You're the bad guy." I think that's very fucking funny. But shortly after she was gonna die, like, yeah, 20 minutes later when you realize she was the only character that could die. And makes sense. Then I said, yeah, and then you said Pearl was going to die, and then you thought Pearl was going to die, so. That's so Ziki though, that's a vibe, it's a vibe. Yeah, exactly. It's so funny. In Ace Attorney, the number of times you predict something while saying a joke, and then actually go all the fucking opposite way when it actually comes to your actual prediction is hilarious. It wasn't in the same conversation. You know how I know that? Oh, you mean that she was going to die and then Pearl's, yes. That one, yes. But saying that she was the accused, that she would be the murderer and then victim, that wasn't in the same conversation because I know, because I sent a message to Helen saying he just said the victim is going to be the murderer, and then I sent a sad face and a laughing face, and she only left the convo like a while after. You have issues like with women that have glasses and like blonde hair and work as assistants and have their hair up, because you accuse two women that have done nothing but be nice, and you just hated them both and still hate them both from Ace Attorney, and they weirdly both have the same exact fucking attributes, and I think that's very funny. Like the most fucking like side character from Case 1, you're like, I hate her with a passion, and that's definitely something. None of the description of her though, they were just nice, which is sus. Yeah, no, it's not. I meant. Yeah, I didn't mean her. I meant the other two. Because I just realized how similar they are. Vic is like, oh my god, a woman that's just nice. She's so suspicious. I now hate her. I think you have issues, and I think you should work them out. Pitching women against each other already. Wow, out of the is really jumping out. Okay, it really is. You know, all women aren't snakes that want something bad to you in life. This is larger. And especially not from Phoenix Wright, a broke, already married attorney with spiky hair. Baby boy. But Algernon, rejoice because Zeka is going to meet your guy soon from Ace Attorney, the one that you like. It's next game already. Of course not, it's a great woman, like the granddaughter of the mafia boss's boyfriend I will kill. You will leave Furio Tigre alone. First of all, because he would kick your ass, and second of all, because I don't want you to kill him. He's done nothing wrong. But yes, also, once again, you like her because you find her hot. Yes, your guy! I will have to keep myself from telling Zeke that he's your guy until we get reveals about him, though, because if not, he's going to know something's fucking wrong very early on in that specific case. But I will tell him once we get to that part. He's done nothing wrong, you have no proof. That's all hearsay. He's just a good businessman. All the comments I will make now will come crashing down to me once Zeke gets the chance to insult me back. No! You seem for totally, like... I've seen many people simp over him, so it's fine, I think. I think you're fine. Also, you're not a misogynist for simping for him. So you're good. My life is so bad, there has to be something wrong with that. Like, exactly. No, it's just like, you know. It's like whenever there's a character I really like, you know there's going to be some shit doomed about them from the get-go. If there's a character he didn't really like, she knows they're going to die at some point. It's just stuff like that. It's just stuff like that that come back every so often. And if Tiki likes them, it's probably a straight person pick. Yeah, don't be shocked, I have told you this before. You know my position about this. And I would like to specify straight person / neg, of course. Mentally, I'm imagining us turning around as a kid, pointing and laughing. Pretty much, yeah. But that's also every stream here, so... It's either that or Zeke pointing and laughing at me, you know. Who is pointing at who depends on the day. I'll give you this though, Zeke. Rondelight is very much not a straight person pick. But what it tells about you is that you like him so much and liked him so much so fucking quickly. I don't know if it's better or worse. So you battle with that how you want, but I will get you this, that it is not a straight person pick. Since he was literally made to be gay, so... I love the delayed. The delayed reaction. Yay! Oh. The worst is that I think you know what I mean. I think you know very well what I mean. Maybe no, you know, bestie, you know. Also, if anyone doesn't know about Ace Attorney and wants to make an idea about what kind of game it is, one of the most recent NPC we met is called Sister Bikini, and she chose that name for herself. That's the kind of game we're playing. And yes, she is a nun. And yes, it is my favorite video game series of all time. I don't know if I want to do the pattern on the wall, honestly. Oh no. Maybe not. I need to ceiling though. Zeki, I have a question about Ace Attorney. Do you feel worse about identifying to Larry, or do you feel worse about identifying to Kudo? As I can't help but wonder. Oh no, it's existential fear. Depends on which part, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, for sure, for sure. The good thing about like Ace Attorney having so many simps as characters is that you can really we can really have so many quotes that we can screenshot and be like, that's Zeke, that's also Zeke, that's also Zeke. Allows that is Zeke. The last few cases has been like one a case. Which I think is maybe a bit painful for you. Too many mirrors. Which one to look through? It's true. we go. And now the little guy. He's so cute. Also, fun fact, I have this house, so my house.wad. I made a little illustration inspired by it for Algernon of the house, and we've written underneath, if you know the thing, you'll know why that's a nice sentence from it. Nothing good ever comes from a house fire. And I have the sketch of that illustration above my desk. I put it above my desk because I really like the sketch from it. I'm like, it's very simple. It's just the house on fire. And I'm like, this fucks. I like this a lot. Yeah. It's one of the things that I have above my desk. Yeah. I don't have many things, but I have more things. It's mostly like, I have a few sketches I've done. I have a few cards from friends. Got calendars, stuff like that. It's above my bed. Oh, cute. I also have the card you sent me for Christmas. I can't remember which year it was, but a few years ago, I think now. Not last Christmas, the Christmas before. I also have the card with all of the cards that Antoine also got to me. Antoine loves to send cards. Because if I remember, I don't know if it's still in your plans, but if I remember well, you wanted to get the quote as a tattoo, right? I think I remember that's why I had done that. Because I was like, oh, because you talked to me about it, and I was like, oh, that's a cute little drawing I could do. He's more purple though. Oops. Yeah, it's more like that kind of thing, and like darker. There we go. Nah, yeah, last Christmas the present to you literally got lost in the post. Yeah, I know. Ugh, miss luck, bad luck. I mourn it every day. There we go. Okay. Up. Are you from? Yeah. Up. Then it's time for motion blur. Oh, I need to have a look. It's before motion blur. There's a slight amount of motion blur. Here we go. I have so many tattoos planned that I just stare at constantly, and I should get on that, and I just don't. Same. God, same. There's an artist that I really like the work of that would be perfect for a tattoo idea I've had for fucking forever. But and they coming to my town soon, but I don't have the money to get the tattoo, and I'm so fucking annoyed because I'm like, it would be perfect, and they're like, I still have space for this guest, in my town. Please come. And I'm like, I can't. I don't have the money. Please. The fake Victor prayer candle would have gone out. Oh, that was what it was. Died and someone was like, oh, that fucking sucks. Ugh. Decade also got lost. That would have been very funny, yeah. Here we go. Okay, in red also. Here we go. Is it just called the Backroom series on Ken Pixels? Channel. The Backrooms found footage. Yeah. Found footage. Kane Pixels. When was it? Was it also like around 2018? Oh yeah. Okay, wait. 3 years ago, so. Oh, I can just click on the video. This is the date. It just says 3 years ago. That's really annoying. Okay, 2022 then. Here we go. Yeah, okay, send them in a way that they should have arrived when Zeke was at yours, so you would have both got them at the same time, and I saved money. I see, yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, I remember you told me this. Yes, true. I had forgotten, as I do, often. But yes, true, you did tell me. Because Juno did the same thing, so that's why maybe it passed my mind. Go, that's for that page. Now the other page. I go do Fogor often. I might start with Health of Us because I can do a fun thing with that. That's when I go get my anatomy book to see how jaws work. Here we go. Thank you. Here we go. We do Fogor. Much. God, I'm going so quick today. One page done. It's not even 11 yet. Wow. Look at me being productive. Drawing fast. Also, shame upon me, I've got to dip again dinner time. Have fun, lots of love. Love you, Adrenanza, so much. Thank you for coming by and saying hi. It's very appreciated as always. Kisses. So, for the people that might be interested in Hellford with us, this is a YA novel from Andrew Joseph White. It's also his first novel, and it's a trans post-apocalyptic horror about a young trans boy who used to be in a court, a Christian court, end of the world court, and not because he wanted to be there, because he was born into it, and people start to change into biblical angels. It's kind of like an post-apocalypse, but the virus is kind of like becoming an angel. There's an army of God, all that, and he's trying to fight all that and also be himself. And it's really, really good. It's really cool. Highly recommend. Great, great book. And he has a secret, and the secret is starting to turn into I wanted to look at a reference for that. He's starting to turn into an angel, so he's trying to hide it from the people he's staying with, because, you know, not great. And I'm very excited because I want to read the third novel that he has out, because I don't have it yet. That is another YA, but then he also, his first adult novel is coming out this year, I think. I'm very excited for it because, you know, when you see what he does with YA, you're like, how far do you go with adults? I would love to know. In my second Andrew the White novel, which is called forgot. Stop! I know OBS is seeing my screen. Leave me alone. Up. Spirit Bear's Thief. It's called Spirit Bear's Thief. He's at Alden's place right now because I lended it to them so that they can read it. Because it was very, very on their like stuff that they would like a lot of the themes are very reminiscent of I know stuff they like, so I was like, you should read this, I shall lend it to you next time I see you, and I did. And if you're worried for horror with trans characters, it's going to be like hard as a trans person or as a queer person to read, don't worry. His books are very much vengeance books and books where trans people are allowed to fight back and resist and survive. And abusers get their fair share of abuse back. So, you know. Because I feel like that's always a worry when you read a horror book with someone that's from your specific minority. It's like, I don't want them to, like, die. But thankfully, it's all good. Not to say that, like, the characters don't go through hell and back. They usually do, but they get out of the other side. It's very cathartic horror, if that makes sense. Okay. Usually wearing a mask as well. I'm going to do the mask over here. Wait. Is this... Why is that not... Okay. Give me a second. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Here we go. That's the actual shape of stuff. Here we go. Sometimes I can deform this. It's really annoying. Here we go. Because I was looking at this, I was like, why is this so much wider on my other screen? That's why. Ba-da-ba-bum. Gonna make fun now. I'll take you with me on my phone though. Yay! I love being on the phone. I love being on the phone and carrying. I love being a travel buddy. Love to be in people's pockets. Hell yeah. Here we go. Oh, sorry. There you go. I just remembered tomorrow is going to be the Nintendo Direct for the second Switch, for Switch 2. I am kind of excited, but I'm also kind of worried. I mean, I'm not worried, but like, I don't know what to expect much. I hope we'll get like some good announcements. I kind of don't want too many good announcements of stuff I want to play, because if I don't feel the need to buy that console from the get-go, I'd be very happy. So like, you know, expensive. But also I'm very like interested in what will be announced, because usually it's always like one big kind of groundbreaking Nintendo game will be announced with the console every time. So it's like, what series is that going to be from? If it's Mario, I won't care. Like if it's like Mario Kart or Mario, or like a new like main Mario game or whatever, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine, I don't really care. If it's Zelda, I might like care a lot more. So I'm like, please. Ooh, Hatman, indeed. I didn't see. I didn't see they could put it in the art thing already. Got tired of rendering super quickly. That's such a fucking mood. Imagine it rendered. It is rendered. It's nicely rendered. It looks so good though. 10 out of 10. In my mind it's more rendered. I bet. It's so good though. Okay. So pretty good. You're welcome. Where is it? It's here. 2022? 2023. Let's go on to doing girly pop now. I can do like, yeah, I could do like the house here like that, and then the girly pop I do here. Okay. So, if you don't know, I don't remember exactly the plot of Dead Man Wonderland because it's been a long time, but from what I remember, Dead Man Wonderland is the story of a young guy, this guy here, him, who like one day is at school and there's a massacre at his school and he is judged guilty, which he didn't do it, but everyone is sure that he did do it, and they send him to prison. And so he goes to prison. It's a very weird prison because people are like having weird contests there and everything. And he meets with the girly pop that I'm drawing that just seems to kind of be there. She doesn't seem to be a convict, but she's still here. We don't really know why. She seems to be able to kind of do whatever she wants and walk freely within the prison. It's kind of weird. And then he also discovers that he has powers where he can use his blood to kind of do little bullets and send them. And other people also have blood powers and use their blood in different ways to fight. And so they have kind of competitions from what I remember. But they also have like during the day to be in the prison and like do whatever they say that they have to do in the prison, which is like a fantasy kind of thing, so weird shit happens. I'm sorry, I'm doing a horrible job at remembering what happens in this. Like I said, I watched it a long time ago. But yeah, Smussy Zadise, and he's going to try to evade prison and prove that he is innocent and didn't kill anyone. And she kind of just like accompanies him. The anime only has one season and ends up on a cliffhanger, and the manga goes a lot like farther. Of course, the manga is done. I haven't read the manga, I've only seen the anime, so I know that like a lot of the responses to what the fuck is happening, I don't have because it never got a continuation. I remember really liking the anime as a kid. I think she's kind of supposed to be kind of like an ultimate weapon, born today kind of girly pop, but yeah. And she protects the guy quite a lot, secretly. Oh, so.
longevity before fading to dust. Some long for eternal sleep, as eulogy chanted by stars. Into that serenity, their lost time forever buried. She rambled 1,000 times, a million miles searching for light. Free from the rule of death, now seems so dull. Time goes by, but memories rewind. There she prays again, back when things began. Where to go? Where they meet and grow old, where no rivers would flow, no woods would grow, no life would never be ceased. Oh, somewhere they could start again, where they would never be the same, where it rains every day. Then they would some forsake longevity, then fading to dust. Some fall for eternal sleep, their eulogies turn into gleaming stars. Will they meet in stars again, or go with the wind?
the house. I'm not going to like make the house too detailed because I don't want to. Here we go. Oh, okay. I see. we go. And now up this. Lighter. Yeah, more like that. Bit more neutral for those ones. Go. go. And with that, we're done with the horror pages. Put that back up. Oof. Almost on time as well. Only 20 minutes past midnight. So, we got Midnight Mass, The Backrooms, Devilman Crybaby, Deadman Wonderland, Hell Followed Us, and My House.wad. So we got some anime, we got some books, we got some new and older anime things. I mean, the Deadman Wonderland is technically not old, but the manga is quite old. We got some internet horror in multiple medium, video game medium, and video, and like slash horror on the internet via text and stuff. We got a show and we have a book. Yay. Okay. Is it time now? Does it mean it's time? It's poll time. But before we do the polls, actually, let me do the basic copy and paste onto the rest. Go. Rename. No. 13. Here we go. Why isn't it working? Wait. Up. Here we go. Don't know why it wasn't working. Okay. Polls. So it's in Theme Tuesday. So. End this, end it. Here we go. And now, so that's why, because like I feel like if I have the poll after I do a new poll, usually it looks like the poll that I just did just ended, so people are less likely to vote. I think, whatever. You don't know how fucking happy I am because Antoine has started watching Daredevil because he's okay with us watching the pre-show together once he's past season 2. But I was like, you have to watch the first 2 seasons first because it arrives there. And like, he's watching and he has sent me already 2 messages with positive stuff at the start of it that I've just like scrolled through and it makes me so fucking happy. Next week, sketch book page. Here we go. Okay. Week. What theme? What theme? Because we've done. It was food last time. It was video game before, and then it was movie. And this is kind of a mix of a bunch of stuff, so I can do a more focused one. I feel like. I know you love a competitive poll because you love to be able to to fight. I could do. Oh yeah, I wanted to do that because of what happened recently. But I like to do them themed now, and I don't have anything else to theme it with. I guess I can do that. I can do this. You're not the lover, you're the hater. Yeah, I guess it's kind of themed if I do that. go. Fave animes in parentheses series. What could I do for the last one? I can also just do free. Free is fine. Okay. So we're going to have Ghibli because of what's happening right now on Twitter. So I felt like it was a good theme to put on. Lads and favorite animes in parentheses series, not movies. I feel like that's good. Okay, post. I don't think I'll be as competitive, but you know. Still a good one. Oh, I'm fine with any this time. Well, that's good. Well, I'm sorry. We're starting to get like they're going to get a bit more random. I feel like the polls because I'm starting to get ones where I don't have always like multiple from one theme each time. But we'll see. We'll see. Well, choose which one you want and then fight for that one. What do you want me to tell you? Okay. Huh? Oh yeah, in art. Here we go. Okay, Film Tuesday. Oh my god, it's already at odds in between Algernon and Nan. Whatever. Okay. So I will post this on, of course, the Discord, and then up I should have this. Ooh. Algernon got someone else to vote on the same vote. Wow. Okay. Only 3 out of 8 though, so we shall see. Here we go. Next week's planning. This week's planning, rather. Here we go. So tomorrow we have guitar and singing stream at 4 p.m. Remember, 4 p.m. not 9. It'll be earlier because it's singing. Off day on Thursday as always. Art time on Friday. Do I know what I'll do? No, but we'll do that. We're continuing all well on Saturday, and on Sunday, of course, co-working as always. Guitar at 4. Guitar at 4, exactly. Guitar at 4. So yeah, I've added a bunch of songs, as I always do usually in between the guitar streams, to the list, so you'll be able to choose from even more stuff. But yes, I'll post the weekly. I've just said that, but I'll post the art on Discord as I always do. You've both voted, so you're fine. But yeah, vote on the Discord, of course. I'll be going now. I have a bad Wolverine movie to continue and finish, so I'll be going now. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. for the Seeking and guitar stream. Bye bye.